So Charles, tell us what you're doing here and how you're doing it.
Well, you see, I've got the old duvet maneuver.
Is it not
They
called a
haven't
quilt?
been too helpful here because normally they give it to me inside out, but on this,
Did you give it to them inside out?
I can't remember. Why?
If you give it to them inside out, they give it back inside out.
Really? I'll bear that in mind. See, now it's not inside out, so we have a bit of a problem.
Okay.
It means I have to.
How does one go about solving such a problem?
Find both ends,
Alright.
like so, and then just straighten them in there.
So, in case you've just joined us, what we're doing here on homeskills.tv, we are showing people how to put on a duvet cover for the very first time. So, welcome.
Yeah, you should do it anything.
Charles Pearson presenting.
We have
Household expert. Professional
we
housewife.
have 2 corners, okay?
2 corners. We can all see that nice and clearly. Thank you. Right. What's the next stage, Charles?
Now we beat.
A very aggressive stage. This stage is also quite useful for those of you who have had a stressed day at work.
If you're prone to any shoulder injuries, any long-term congenital heart disease, you may want to give this stage a miss. Or get someone.
You may want to, for instance, just dangle it down off the top of the
Or
stairs.
get someone to help with this. I would advise a 10-15 minute warm-up ideally before planting.
And then a 10-15 minute sort of warm down at the end.
Certainly. Let's stretch off all
So what are we doing here? We're just...
We're just finalising, really. We're just putting the icing on the cake, so to speak.
Alright. Now bear this in mind, as Charles does this, he is a professional, he doesn't need the warm down.
I don't need the warm-up, correct, Charles? Correct. So, the moral of the story is, for all of you listening at home, you should warm down. I mean, I've been in the industry for years. Trust me, I am no amateur.
No.
No.
I mean, this channel is just for first time home skills beginners, you know.
I mean, you've got to learn from someone. Why
not learn from the best?
Yanu?
We do have some banter on this TV show, don't we?
Yanu.
Anyway, I believe we have a rather important stage of the bed making process coming up. Can you tell us a bit more about that, Charles?
Well, you see now this is where it gets interesting.
This is a pillow, in case none of you don't recognise that.
This is where it really starts to pull
Pillowcase. Really begins to pull together, doesn't it?
So now we have a beautifully...
I mean, this really is the cherry on the top, isn't it? This really just is.
Some would say, I mean, the satisfaction one gets out of just doing the final last stages. I mean, you put in all the hard work and now it starts to come together. Now that hard work is
Precisely.
Now it's functional.
And of course, the benefit, the incentive of doing a job like this so well is, of course, the good night's sleep that one might get from doing this sort of job. We
have to be kept. Even the best can make mistakes. I mean, this is a notoriously hard pillow to fit into this pillowcase. I mean, I'm sure most of you at home
will use
so much difficulty, but you must.
I'm sure you'll all be using beginners' pillows.
And then once you've mastered the beginners, you can get on to the more advanced stuff.
Which is what we're looking at here.
Now, the final technique I'd like to use. So we've got it mainly done now. I just need to beat it down.
Do we need a warm up, warm down for this?
We probably do. I mean, it's not quite as strenuous, but those of you at home with brittle bone, osteosclerosis, what have you, might struggle a bit on this stage of the
I mean,
no.
It's worth wearing arm pads.
No, what we have, this is quite an interesting bit. Okay?
Alright.
You see, we're looking inside. We've got the extra inside bit, and then we want to put the corners in there.
Tuck that under, right?
See that off.
And this is just sort of, it's sort of 30% functionality, and sort of the remaining 70% just aesthetics, isn't it? That's what we're on about here, Charles, isn't it?
Well, of course. I mean, an extra metaphor for life, really.
Exactly.
Beaten up.
Right. Basically here,
The
finishing touches. Just neatly stretch that duvet, or as some of you back home like to call it, quilt, over the
There we
duvet.
have it.
I mean, over the bed, sorry.
And there we have it. Done.
And there we have it. Now this is the
Now-
expert bed. We do have our beginners one on the website.
Have it.
That's www.homeskills.tv.
Oh, hang on.
Right.
I want to
Oh.
leave that.
Oopsie daisy. Make sure there are no hard objects on the bed, or it could be a very uncomfortable night's sleep,
I don't
couldn't it,
know.
Charles? Couldn't it?
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? John?
We have all been there,
We've been there.
you know.
We've been there.
Anyway, that's it from us. And
Have a good night.
as always,
That's it from us, then. As always, have a good day.